Okay, so are you ready? Let's look at these problems that hopefully you just finished. Number 2 on the paper, I think it's number 3 on your work. It says a ball has a mass of 46.9 grams and a volume of 40.5 centimeters cubed. What is the density of the ball? So I want you, like I said, you're going to have this same setup. For every question, I want you to show your work to me on a piece of notebook paper. Okay, so I'm going to put density equals mass divided by volume. Okay, so D equals, and I'm going to give myself a couple of lines here, and then D equals, and this will be my final answer. Okay, so I want you to do this right here for every problem. So let's look at this again. We need to find our mass. Remember, grams is our giveaway for mass. So 46.9 grams. So there's my unit. And a volume of 40.5. So that's my volume, 40.5 centimeters cubed. Okay, so there's my unit there. Now I need to plug this into my calculator. I've got 46.9 divided by 40.5, and that's going to equal a big old long number. So we're going to round this number. You have rounded in the past. Just remember, you're taking the number behind. If it's greater than a 5, you're going to bump it up. If it's less than a 5, you're going to leave it alone. Right? So this right here, if we rounded to the second decimal place, we've got 1, 2 decimal places. That 8 is going to turn that 5 into a 6. So we're going to have 1.16. Okay? So our answer is 1.16 grams per centimeter cubed for this one. Okay? Let's go to the next one down. It says a gold coin has a mass of 38.4 grams and a volume of 2 centimeters cubed. What is the density? So again, I'm going to put density equals mass divided by volume. D equals, and I'm going to give myself a spot. There's my divided by. There's another spot. Okay? And then D equals, and there's going to be my answer. So we need to figure out our mass first and put it first, right? So right here it says we have a mass of 38.4 grams. So I'm going to put 38.4 grams and a volume of 2 centimeters cubed. So there's 2 cm cubed. Let's plug it into our calculator. We've got 38.4 divided by 2 equals 19.2. So that's our answer, 19.2, and I'm going to move my units down, grams per centimeter cubed. Okay, is this starting to make sense? It's getting a little bit easier, right? I mean, really all it is mass. The only thing we're adding to this is those units, and they're telling you what they are over here in the question. So number 4 says, a bowl of pennies has a mass of 650 grams and a volume of 100 centimeters cubed. What is the density? So I'm going to do it again. Density equals mass divided by volume. I want you to set up all of yours like this too, okay? So density equals, and I'm going to give myself a space and another space, and then density equals, and there's going to be my answer. Okay, so we need to find mass first because mass goes first, and it says right here it's got a mass of 650 grams, so I'm going to put 650 grams because their units are important, and a volume of 100 centimeters cubed, so 100 centimeters cubed. Okay, we'll plug it into our calculator. I'm going to clear that one. So we've got 650 divided by 100 equals 6.5. So I'm going to put 6.5 here, and remember to bring down your units. So I'm going to put grams per centimeter cubed. Okay, we're plugging along here. All right, number 5 says a candle has a mass of 3.72 grams and a volume of 4 centimeters cubed. What is the density? So again, density equals mass divided by volume. D equals, there's my spot for that one, divided by, there's my spot for that one. And then here, I'm going to put my answer. D equals, and there's a line for my answer. Okay, we need the mass first, so 3.72 grams. And then our volume is 4 centimeters cubed. So we'll do the same thing. We're going to plug it into our calculator. So we have 3.72 divided by 4, and that equals 0.93. So I'm going to write this down right here, 0.93, and then I'm going to bring my units down because this is science, and we need our units, grams per centimeter cubed. Okay, so our answer here is 0.93 grams per centimeter cubed. Next, we have a glass ornament has a mass of 10.55 grams and a volume of 5 centimeters cubed. What is the density? We're going to set this up exactly like we did all of these above. I'm going to put density equals mass divided by volume. Okay, and then density equals, and I've got me a space, divided by, there's another space, and I'm going to put D equals for my answer right there. Remember, when you're doing this on your notebook paper, I want to see this set up exactly the same as what I have here every time we're doing density, okay? So we need our mass first. It tells you here our mass is 10.55 grams. We know it's mass. They tell you so, but even if they didn't tell you, we've got grams right here. Grams is a unit of mass. So I'm going to write 10.55 grams right there. Okay, and our volume is 5 centimeters cubed. It tells you its volume. Even if it didn't, we would know if it's a milliliter or a centimeter cubed. We know it's a volume because those two are units of volume. Okay, so I'm going to put 5 cm cubed. Okay, we're going to plug this into our calculator just like we did everything else. So 10.55 divided by 5 equals 2.11. So let's write that down here, 2.11, and I'm bringing my units down because we're doing science, not just math. 2.11 grams per centimeter cubed. Awesome, right? Okay, next, this is our bonus question. So this one says a block of wood has a length of 10.2 centimeters, a width of 6 centimeters, and a height of 4.1 centimeters. The first question wants to know, what is the volume? Do you remember how we can figure that out? He talked about it a little bit kind of fast in the Archimedes video, but I'm going to tell you again anyway. So if we wanted to find the volume of a cube or a block of something that has even sides on it, okay, we would do length times width times height. So I'm going to put that here, length times width times height equals your volume of a cube or a block. Okay, so here we have our length is 10.2 centimeters times 6 centimeters, that's our width, times 4.1 centimeters. So our volume is going to equal, and I'm going to do this on my calculator. So I have 10.2 times 6 times 4.1, 250.92 is our volume. So we've got 250.92, and this unit I'm going to put down here, centimeters cubed. Okay, this is going to be kind of interesting because now you're going to see why that 3 is a 3. So how many sides are we multiplying here? We've got 1, 2, 3. Okay, so those 3 is part of why you have your 3 right there, because it's cubed, because you're multiplying all those things to get the volume of that cube. Okay, so here is your volume right there. Now we can figure out the density, and if you remember above, we're going to set this up just like we did before. Density equals mass divided by volume, and then D equals, here's just a spot for our mass and a spot for our volume. Okay, let's come back over here to the question. It says the wood has a total mass of 179 grams. Okay, so there's our 179 grams. That is our mass. So I will write that right here. So 179 G for grams. And then we know our volume is 250.92 because we just figured that out, right? So 250.92 centimeters cubed. Okay, so here our density is going to equal, and there's our room for our answer. So I'm going to type it in just how we have it there, because it's got to be mass divided by volume. We can't swap those two out because then we'll get different answers, right? So 179 divided by 250.92 equals, and this says 0.71. And if we rounded, that 3 is not going to move anything. So 0.71 grams per centimeter cubed. Okay, so I want you to go back up. You can replay this video, you can pause it, you can scroll up. I want you to check all of your answers. I'm giving them to you right now, so there's no excuse for you to have anything other than a 100 on this assignment, okay? If you have any questions or you're struggling with this, maybe there's something you don't understand, you're gonna either email me or ask me something in the questions channel. Either one of those options is perfect. Remember, you are amazing, and we will see you tomorrow. Don't forget to push submit.